Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play Minecraft on Mondays. So as you may recall from the last episode, I upgraded my texture pack on Minecraft, so I'm now using the Sphax PureBDCraft, and that's why everything looks a bit different. It doesn't look like your standard Minecraft anymore. And I had done some serious mining last episode, and I found a cache of diamonds, and I actually got all the way down to bedrock, which was kind of cool. And here you can see I came back to the main cavern that's under my house, and I'm trying to get this water on this lava to turn the lava into obsidian, and unfortunately, as you can see here, I'm not having any success. It's just turning it into cobblestone, and it's like, okay. Why is it not turning into obsidian? And I haven't actually gone onto the wiki to investigate as to why sometimes it turns into obsidian and sometimes it's just cobblestone. I might be not having enough water, or maybe it's just the wrong kind of lava, which doesn't make sense to me, but in either case, I just had no luck with that, so I kind of ultimately gave up here and decided to move on doing some other things. And I thought over here, I ended up putting some blocks down there because I figured if I ever slipped and fell down there, I'd rather hit rock than lava. Alright, so then we're back into this part of the cave where there were a lot of deposits that I had found, but I hadn't, I decided not to mine at the time because I didn't have enough of a pickaxe to properly mine things. I knew I was going to run out of pickaxing pretty quickly. So I'm down here now with new pickaxes, and am now coming through and kind of grabbing all the stuff that I kind of missed the first time through here. And as I was digging out this part, you can see that there's another cave behind this wall, and I can hear a zombie or a monster or something. And it took me a while to realize where it was coming from. I thought it was coming from behind me. They often seem to sneak up behind me. But it actually is inside this new cave, and I don't know if you can see him yet, but he's in there, kind of behind the waterfall a little bit. And yeah, now you should be able to see him back there. And I decided to try and, at first I thought he was going to come out after me, but he's resisting the water, so he's not coming out after me, so I thought I'd try and come in after him instead. And there we go. Confront the zombie. And as you can see, there's yet another cave system down in here that I may explore at some point in the future. And here we've got a skeleton with his bow and arrow, and kept knocking me back, which was very annoying. It's like I kept trying to get at him, and he kept knocking me back. I couldn't get up onto the rock fast enough before he shot me. And as you can see here, my health is going down quite rapidly, and I very nearly died, to be perfectly honest, with this particular confrontation. I finally got him just before, see, I got like 1.5 bubbles of life left, and I'm like, oh shoot, I better go eat something, and let's eat something here and get our health back slowly but surely. And I hit the wrong key there when I was trying to exit out of the inventory. Alright, so I thought I'd get some light in here, and there's one of the arrows. And then I finally left the cave, and I thought I'd go back to the mining that I was doing earlier, and we have an Enderman. I have decided not to confront Enderman at this point in the game, because I don't think leather armor is strong enough to confront them, and they seem to basically leave me alone. I tend to ignore them, and they tend to ignore me, so I'm like, okay, oops, and boom, I have no idea where that creeper came from. The creeper just showed up right in front of me, like, bam, and blew up in my face. I mean, just no warning whatsoever. It was just like instantaneous, instant creeper. Like, ah! So, anyway, so that happened. Helped me blow a nice new hole down here into the cave. Alright, so, and I'm realizing that I don't necessarily put torches up as quickly as I should. I start mining and I'm like, oh, that's right, it's kind of dark in here, isn't it? Yep, and I'm kind of digging in through here and I was like, oh, there's more coal. And more gravel, which is annoying. So anyway, so we're kind of following up where the Enderman is, and yep, there's another zombie here, and I'm, like, attacking with the pickaxe initially, and I'm like, oh wait, never mind, I shouldn't be attacking with a pickaxe. But it must be daytime above ground, because there's a lot more monsters down here all of a sudden. So I got past the Enderman, kind of looking over here, there's definitely more cave system here to explore, more mining to be had. And at this part of the game, my inventory was actually getting quite full, and one thing I probably should have done at this point was to go back and put some things into a storage locker, and I didn't do that. You won't see that in this episode, but in the next episode you'll probably see why I kind of regret not doing that. So here I'm just kind of doing a little bit more exploration as well as mining. So I mine and I find more and more pockets of caverns in this area, so it's like, wow. Such an extensive cave system. It's pretty cool. There's just so much to explore, and unfortunately, I do eventually get lost in here. I'm like, okay, where did I come from? How do I get back? You won't actually see me get lost in this episode just yet, but next episode, I will ultimately end up being helplessly lost. And there's going to be a rather dramatic happening going on, and I'm going to be like, okay, now what do I do with the game? Where do I take it? But right now, it's just basically all just exploration and mining and finding more pockets of minerals and things. Just look at how much coal there is just everywhere in this cavern. It's almost like an endless supply. And I'm kind of like a Pokemon master here. I must collect them all. And yep, there's another opening to a cavern. Of course, this is back up to a cavern I've already been in. Alright, and just so much more coal. And I probably should be putting a torch up again here at some point. And there's light at the end of this cavern, probably more lava, because I don't think I've been down there yet. Yep, finally. It's one thing I don't think about when I'm actually playing, because as many of you who watch this probably know, I just play. I don't comment while I'm playing. I'm just playing, and then later on I go ahead and add the commentary after I've edited the video. So this is all post-play commentary that I'm doing right now, and you know, when I'm playing, I don't always think about, oh yeah, I should be putting a torch up so that people could see what I'm doing. Some people have said that my it might be better if I did live commentary, but it's just, for me, ultimately, at the end of the day, easier for me to just play, especially since I'm often playing at the same time that my husband's playing, and we share an office, so ultimately, at the end of the day, his gameplay is going to impact my commentary, and I don't really necessarily want his audio into my game, so it's just easier for me to kind of sit there and play, later on go through and edit, and then, you know, when he's out of the house, go ahead and add my commentary to the games. So, it's one of the reasons why I do it the way I do it. Anyway, so here, as you can see, You may not be able to tell at the moment, but I was actually able to create obsidian this time around. That rock underneath the water now is obsidian and not cobblestone. You can see the pattern of the rock is a bit different, and once we get past the water, once we can get the water off of it, you'll see that it's a nice black color. So actually have created obsidian, which is good. Not necessarily enough. I might need to come back here and do some more later. Here, now you can see it's obsidian. And right now I'm covering it over with other rocks so that I can kind of get down here and get to the redstone. But eventually I will come down and I'll mine through it, and I'll probably block the water off at a higher point so that I can go ahead and mine the obsidian. May want to... Oops, I just dropped the the redstone in the lava. Bad move. That's one bit of redstone I won't get, but at least I got one of them. So yeah, so to be able to mine the obsidian, I'm going to have to go through here and, you know, cut off the water source, and then possibly try and flood the room with more water at some point if possible. I'm not, you know, I'm going to have to play around with that and see so that I can create more obsidian. Because ultimately at the end of the day, I would like to use obsidian in the construction of my house. Right now I have a wood roof on my house and I'd like obsidian. And eventually I want to change my walls from cobblestone to stone, just to kind of have a more impenetrable fortress. And I'm also planning on expanding the house at some point as well. Alright, so here we go. I'm trying to divert some of the water here, because I was trying to kind of get across the water and everything, and I don't actually go down here right now. Yeah, just trying to get at this gold that was over here. But later on you will see that there is, you know, a whole field of obsidian down there that I can mine, but I just don't go after it at this point in the game. I think I actually need a diamond pickaxe to do that, and I do have diamonds on me now, but I just haven't created one yet. So I'm just kind of wandering around, exploring a little bit, trying to figure out some places to go, and here I'm just kind of filling in a hole because I can. I don't like leaving holes open. So here I'm back into the main cavern again. I think I'm thinking I might have missed some mining opportunities here, or I'm not quite sure exactly why I decided to come back here, or I decided to maybe explore one of the other cave branches or something at some point. But I did decide to come back here. And oops, I forgot that I had the torch on there. Like, oh, that's right, I can't mine blocks with torches on them. And get some more of that good iron. I've got a bunch of iron and coal, obviously. I've got some diamonds. I've got a pretty good supply of redstone now as well. So I'm definitely going to have to start building out some things. I definitely want to start building some compasses and maps. And since I've collected some bones, go out exploring in the world and adopting a dog or a wolf, so to speak, taming a wolf. I think that would be a fun thing to do. I also want to get into some mining. No, not mining. I'm sorry, farming. I want to get into farming and corral some cows. And I've talked about that in the past as well. All right, so yet again another cavern opening. It's just like you just go and mine something, and boom, right behind it there is yet another cavern. Just endless caverns. Oops, and there's a spider. Ah! And more spiders and monsters, and I think there's a creeper that's going to hit me in a second as well. But you will see what happens with everything next week. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, bye-bye.